And looks like another change of the bowling. The new umpires have just coming onto the middle and they're walking very slowly. Everyone's just taking their time. It's a very slow period. We've had the first 10 overs, so this is the 11th over of the Diamond Creek innings. And late cut, but straight to the fielder at point for a dot ball. So this seems to be a right arm medium bowler. Comes into bowl. And again tries to play the late cut, but this time it bounces a bit more, gets the top of the bat with the glove and it plops down for a dot ball. So field. On the leg side there is a mid-on, a short mid wicket, a deep mid wicket, a square leg, and then a medium-ish fine leg. Comes into bowl and driven to the mid-on for a dot ball. And then on the leg side we've got a mid-off, cover, point and gully. So the only interesting fielding position is the two mid-wickets, one in close catching and the other one a bit deeper, like 10 metres deeper than an orthodox position. Comes into bowl. And cut. Again straight to the point fielder. So Bellingham's hasn't been able to get his cut shot away so far this over. Comes into bowl. And a no ball, or a wide. Comes into bowl. And leg glances it. And the field at square leg is unable to chase it down fast enough and throw it in, so they get through for a single. Final ball of the over. Pulls. Oh dear, fell short of the fielder and the deep mid-wicket, and he did not look confident in catching that. His arm sprayed a route, but anyway, it's 34 for 1. So the leggy is to continue to bowl. And well defended, bat in front of pad. Comes into bowl and aggressively attacked, and the ball dribbles out harmlessly to the leg side for 1. And Bellingham has replaced the helmet with the broad-rimmed cap, the broad-rimmed hat. So that means he is very serious. Okay. Comes into bowl. And driven. And fell short. Oh, well, maybe it was dropped by the bowler. Aggressive straight drive there by Bellingham. Comes into bowl. Oh dear, Bellingham missing it completely and getting the ball stuck in amongst his pads. Did not judge that one well. Tried to play it. I'm not sure what went wrong. He just did not pick the ball to spin the way that it did, and tries to play a sweep shot, and it's fumbled by the keeper, and the gully has to run back. So they steal a bye. Steal a bye? No, they don't steal a bye. They get a run. Comes in the ball. Oh, again! The ball just does not spin and bounce away from the right-hander. It goes into it. So it seems like this leggy of ours is bowling either wrong uns or I'm not sure. We'll just have to think about this when we get back. So it would be the wrong un or the flipper. Or the slider. Maybe it's the slider that he's just not giving the ball the revs that it needs to actually leg break, and instead it's just going straight with the arm, and it's undercutting through the spin, which means it's sliding on to the right-hander. So, new over, the medium pacer to continue to bowl. And it's down the leg side, and they're going to steal one. And another run. Okay. Comes into bowl. And aggressively driven at the... Whoa, great fielding there. No, it's a misfield. I thought the fielder at mid-off had done an amazing job, but he fumbled it. So they end up getting two there. Comes into bowl. Left alone. Comes into bowl. And pull shot, and it goes straight to the fielder at mid-off for a dot ball. Comes into bowl, and defended. So we've had this is coming to the end of the 13th over, so we're quite a way through the innings, and so far Rosanna seems to be, they're holding their nerve. Both teams are holding their nerve. No one's giving an inch, no one's backing down, and it's aggressively hit. And they get a run there. End of the over. It's 40 for 1. So this is the 14th over. We'll have a better sense of what the match situation is once we've got to the 15th over, because there will be 20 overs to go. Comes into bowl. And... whoa, didn't think of diving forward for that one. So again, drives, and they just bounce up a bit more than expected, and they keep popping up. And tries to work it down to third man, but just gently plods it to the gully. So on the leg side, it's very defensive. You can easily get a single by working it onto the leg side pretty much anywhere. Sweeps, and fielded there by the deep square leg for 1. Comes into bowl and played off the back foot comfortably. Dot ball. Comes into bowl. Oh dear! And for some reason the square leg umpire is not returning the bails onto. Comes into bowl. And mistimes his run, does the square leg, does the fine leg fielder, and they get the 1 run comfortably. It's 42 for 1. So this is the 15th over. So after this over is completed, we'll be able to see what the target is in a clean way, and sweeps it and down to the fine leg region, and the fine leg fielder has a dawdle back, but they're not going to go for the second. Kind of bear on strike. And aggressively hit at the top edge, but it's going down to the third man region. And they're just taking the 1 there. So it's a 40-run partnership for the second wicket, which combines Bellingham and Evans with Bellingham and Conabare. Oh dear! No ball plus a bye. I think that's what happened. Comes into bowl. And over the head of the square leg fielder. It was short, it was at the body, it didn't have any pace on it, and so they're going to get 2. They've got to go for a third. Are they going to go for a third? No, they don't. More bad running. Trying to liven up their team, the Rosanna fielders, trying to make sure that they stay in this game. This partnership is very dangerous and very troublesome, but they're still in this game. and tries to play the cut shot, and it beats the gap in between point and cover, so the cover fielder has to run back, and they're going to get 2, and I don't think they can get a third on the arm because the fielder already has it. So 2 more to Conybeare. Very nice stuff, very good batting. Comes into bowl. Oh! Down the leg side probably. Yes, so that ball was the ball previously, earlier in the over, was a no ball plus a bye, because this will be the 7th ball in the over. Comes into bowl. Down the leg side. End of the over. It's 48-4-1. So drinks break is not far away now. Comes into bowl. Oh, tries to play the sweep shot but misses. So the 50 for Diamond Creek is not far away. 50 for drinks is a very admirable figure. And it's over the head of the mid-on. And it's right in front of the camera. So they get 2 there. And they jogged it through. So they were very careful they weren't even thinking of 3. It was a pretty comfortable 2. They would have had to really pump their legs to get the 3rd. Comes into bowl. Pulls it. And it goes down to the deep square leg fielder for 1. And that's the 50. Well, the 50 was the previous ball, so 51 for Diamond Creek. And just 3 runs away from the 50-run partnership for the 2nd wicket. What a turnaround after that early wicket fell. Left alone outside the off stump for a dot ball. Just 2 balls to go before the drinks break, just time to play out the rest of the over. Oh, a sweep shot that goes into the gap in the deep mid-wicket region, and the fielder at deep square leg had to run around, and they were able to get 2 there. So, shows what I know. That was a very good shot there. Very powerful sweep shot. Just the 1 ball to go. Comes into bowl. And left alone. It's 53 for 1. Alright, everybody is walking off now for the drinks break, which means they will be having some nice beverages. And in the meantime, to occupy your time for the next little while, enjoy this photo montage. We will see the final quarter of the day's play, the end of Diamond Creek's run chase after this break. Enjoy this photo montage.
Shining and the stars are aligning, and I'm here knocking at your door. It's 2 in the morning and we both should be snoring, but you're far too lovely to ignore. So let's go out and raise some hell. Do what you want, I'll never tell. And yeah, I know I've been good to go. I'm snared and I'm smitten like a scared little kitten, but I'm not afraid to tell you anymore. I gave up denying and I've stopped always trying to avoid the things that freaked me out before. I was afraid of fear itself. It took so long to leave this shell. And yeah, I know I've been a little slow, but hey, I'm good to go. I know I've been distant, so detached and resistant to the things that are perfect in my life. I once was a hermit, but inside I was yearning just to take off the mask and see the light. And it was you who made me see. You gave me hope and set me free. And yeah, I know I've been a little slow, but hey, I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go. Hey, I'm good to go.
So the beverages have been taken and the players, the fielders for the Rosanna team are dawdling back onto the field. So there are now 19 overs left in the innings for Diamond Creek. And they were chasing a score of 126 to win, which means they need 73 runs from these 19 overs. That gives you a sense that it's just about 4 runs and over, and that's the sort of target that they must have in mind as far as chasing down this total. About 4 runs and over, which is certainly quite a lot, but it's not insurmountable. It's definitely something that is achievable, especially when you have 2 people like Bellingham and Conybeare out there right now. But so Rosanna have to be thinking, let's get a couple of wickets, let's get these 2 out, and we can target the middle and lower order of Diamond Creek. Okay, so a new bowler to bowl the 17th over of the innings. Looks to be a right arm medium bowler. Comes into bowl. And pulled. And down to the fine leg region, and there's no one there at the wide fine leg area, and so the fielder at square leg has to chase it down. And they get 3 there. Very good running by Bellingham and Conybeare to get that one. So the 2 fielders that are behind square on the leg side are a backward square leg and a short fine leg. So they're both in an orthodox position, maybe 5 meters behind a true orthodox position as far as the square leg is concerned. So, and Conybeare slogs it, And it goes again past the fielder at square leg, and he has to run back to chase it down, and they get 2 there. So for the second ball in a row, that gap between the short fine leg and the backwards square leg has been taken advantage of, and now the square leg fielder hasn't run back to his usual position. He's stayed another 5 metres back, and so he's about 15 metres behind the square leg umpire. And no ball. What a start to this session for Diamond Creek. This arm wrestle might be coming to an end with Diamond Creek getting on top. It seems like the pressure is getting to Rosanna. They're starting to make more and more mistakes. Comes into bowl. Oh, defended well. Comes into bowl. And wild down the leg side. Comes into bowl. Ooh. An appeal, but seemed to have went through the gap between bat and pad. Last ball of the over. Comes into bowl. And well defended. Productive over there for Diamond Creek. It's 59 for 1. So, new bowler to bowl. So, it looks like it's going to be another spinner. Let's see what he's got in store for the Diamond Creek players. There's 2 fielders deep on the fence. There was 3, but then they've brought one of them up to a deepish position. Comes into bowl, and it looks like a gentle leggy, and hits it down into the deep mid-wicket region for a safe 1. So the field: gully, cover, point, mid-off, which is wide, then a mid-on which is very straight, and then a second mid-on which is very wide, and then a mid-wicket, a deep square leg, and then a deep fine leg. And swept for 1. Considering the fact that Diamond Creek only need 4 runs, about 4 runs per over to win this game, just getting 4 singles is enough to keep them in control, and they can worry about the rest come towards the final 10 overs, maybe even the final 5 overs if they have to. Comes into bowl. Pulls it, and down to the deep fine leg for 1. There appears to be someone actually on the field of play. Comes into bowl. Left alone. And that was the end of the over. It's 62 for 1. Comes into bowl. And leg glance, comfortable leg glance down to the deep square leg region for a very, very comfortable one. A lazily one. Comes into bowl. And tries to play a wild shot down the leg side. Oh, that was tight. So Bellingham called yes for the bye, but then realised the keeper actually was able to get it fast enough, and so we had to very angrily yell to get it for Connie Bear to get back to cancel that run. Comes into bowl and plays in a miss. Comes into bowl and leg glances it, and this time Bellingham calls for it, and the short fine leg is in no position to stop that from happening. So another single. Comes into bowl and aggressively driven by Bellingham, but straight to the mid-off. So these gentle mediums are more or less holding the line. A couple of singles, but more or less doing a good job. Comes into bowl and another great shot, but that one was out of shape for Bellingham. No strength behind it. It's 64 for 1. The spinner is going to be continuing to bowl. Now the deep fine leg has moved up to a, so the fine leg on the fence has now moved up, so now it's just a deepish fine leg. 4/5 of the way to the fence. Here we go. Comes into bowl. Cuts it. And it goes through the gap in the cover region, and the fielder chases it down just for the one. Gonna have to wonder what's the plan for Rosanna. How are they supposed to take wickets with these bowlers? How? And looks like Bellingham has been hit in the head. And he's laughing it off. As long as there's no blood, I guess he feels confident enough. So bad sweep shot, top edged into his head. Comes into bowl. And slog sweep. Oh, I've passed the fielder at mid-wicket. He slides to stop it. Just 2 there. Well, 2 there. So good shot there by Bellingham. He's very good at those sorts of sweepy shots, making sure to use his full body weight in order to launch the ball. Comes into bowl. And again a sweep shot, and this time it goes straight to the square leg fielder for a dot ball, for a single, sorry. Dot ball there. Last ball of the over. And defend. It's 68 for 1. So, after 20 overs, Rosanna was 61 for 3, and Diamond Creek are 68 for 1. So, more runs, lost fewer wickets for Diamond Creek. And it's cut, and it's straight to the fielder in the deep-ish cover for a comfortable jog through 1. Comes into bowl, and it's slog swept, and that's 4. So a rare boundary here, and it's gone all the way down to the water tanks. This has been a terrific partnership by Bellingham and Connie Bear. It's worth about 70 now, so it's been a magnificent contribution. Of course, that's combined Connie Bear and Evans, so the combined second wicket partnership. Comes into bowl, and driven, it's fielded there by mid-off for a dot ball. Just the two fielders in the deep, which is the backward square leg, and the one for the cow's corner. And driven back to the bowler. Comes into bowl, left alone. Comes into bowl, and fine leg has messed it up, so now they get 2. That should be the end of the over. Okay. Comes into bowl. Down the leg side. That time it went straight to the fielder at short fine leg. And that's the end of the over. 75 for 1.